towards what they call a cost rental type model, which may have a role within it, but security. I want to just mention, Sean, just in relation to disability, the provision of housing for people with disability. There should be no distinction in the sense that most local authorities, like if you're out working and doing your stuff, your issues are the same as anyone's issues. The housing is an issue for everyone in society. So it's about provision and it's about affordability, what Bill was talking earlier on. Our standards are a lot better now. You don't need to retrofit new homes to be able to suit, you know, people who have disabilities and have special needs within housing requirements. Our fit outs are much better, all of that standard. It's the same issue. It's about, same thing with you, you're working away, your girlfriend's working away, you want to buy a home, there's no difference. And it shouldn't, nor should it be.
Yeah, I'm just conscious of your time because I know you're going to... Okay, we'll just take the last few questions, Colin, and then... yeah, we're going to take this and then yourself. Okay, go on ahead.
Sorry, yeah, Gavin Williams, a local architect in Cllr. It does seem that IVH and someone would probably ask you this. What is the reluctance of Fianna Fáil to shift to the left, which was always maybe more centre-left traditionally through the 20th century, and the incredible housing that was built under Darragh era and before? What is the reluctance for you to shift and to maybe grasp the hand over to the left in Irish politics and really drive these policies through? Because it doesn't seem like Fine Gael have the intellectual capacity or the interest to drive anything about housing.
I personally, I don't, to say this respectfully, there's no reluctance to work with partners who want to deliver. We believe in home ownership and we believe in public housing. Someone had mentioned earlier on, well, okay, well, why are you still in the, still in the arrangement that you're in? There was a political reality here that, like, we had a no confidence motion was tabled in a minister a few short months ago when the country was dealing with a serious external crisis with regard to our future with Britain and our future with Europe. Now, you know, that was a tough decision to take, but I believe it was the correct decision. So we've delivered in the past. I take your point. I see us, from my own background, my view is that in relation to housing provision, we are a centre-left party, and that's what we are. We don't need to rely. I've said this publicly as well, that we don't need to rely on the private sector to deliver everything either. I think there are models with our housing co-op. There are models with regard to affordable housing that we can actually use, and we agree. And the central point to our policy is utilisation of state-owned land to deliver affordable housing. And we make no bones about it, and we'll do it. We won't just discuss it. To answer this lady's question, we will do it. And the models are there, it's been done before. Things need to be refined. So I hope over the course of it, you'll see during the local elections and whenever the general election is after that, we'll have a further opportunity to put out our store. But what we have been able to do was in the confidence supply is ensure that we've got extra money. We've insisted on it in the last budget, that the threefold increase in capital funding for social housing, the establishment of a fund to deliver affordable housing. It wasn't there before until we insisted on it. Now other parties can make their decision, and that I respect that too, not to engage in that process at all. That's fine. What we try to do is to use the mandate we have responsibly for the moment. Then the public get to make a decision at the next general election who they want to be in government and who they believe will deliver housing for people, because it's the number one. It affects every family. Mel mentioned earlier on, the housing crisis reaches every corner of this country, be that from student rents to kids living at home to living with grandparents and grandkids all in the same house. Every single family is affected by it. So it's the number one issue for us at the next election.
Okay, well, thank you. Just to conclude, thank you all very much for your attendance, for your questions and engagement. Thank you to Darragh O'Brien for coming out, giving us the time this evening, and equally to Mel and to Bill, thank you very much for your presence and presentation, and to Michael and Justin for organising tonight. Thank you all very much.
Good to see you.
No problem.
Appreciate it.